Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and today once again I want to share with you on how this trade was taken. This is GBP USD and this was the first trade of the day, and I want to share with you. This was around 9 a.m. East African time on Friday 2025, date 18. So number one is, let me delete everything. So we start by H4. We switch our time frame by switching to H4, and then after switching H4, anything you identify like engulfing zone like this one, you just mark like that. This is engulfing buy. This one candlestick has been engulfed by these two candlesticks. So number one is identifying your zone. After identifying your zone, you mark it. Then after marking that zone, then you switch to the lower time frame, and that is M30. That is our medium time frame. So around here, you are supposed to identify like the first M30 engulfing buy, so that anytime the market retraces back to your zone, you will get the first entry before we form another M30 engulfing here. So number one, you switch to M30, then you identify M30 engulfing around this area here. So let's switch to M30. So after switching the M30, I saw these two zones. So number one, we had these two zones here. This was the first M30 engulfing that was at the extreme zone. So you are supposed to mark that one, and then you are supposed to mark also this one. So where the price will react, that is where you are supposed to take the trade. If the price creates engulfing buy on M5 around this zone here, you are supposed to take that trade immediately. So that is how you're supposed to take that trade. So we are going to switch to this, to M5, and see what the price was doing around this area here. So number one, as I said, our SOP is first of all, identify the zone. Number two, you wait for the price to get out of that zone. Then number three, as you can see, we have sideways. And then number four, the price to retrace back inside that zone. And as you can see, the price retraced back inside our zone. And the last one, number five, is the current market price. Here at the current market price, CMP, you're supposed to see what? To identify an engulfing buy or an engulfing fail. So we switch to M5 and see what the price was doing here at the current market price. So number one, on this side is the zone, and here is the current market price. So around here, we identified our first engulfing buy, but this one was not good to take. But if also if you had taken this one, maybe the stop loss was good, because this one, I think it was so huge. So we use 50%, as I always say, or you could have used this M5 like that one, like that, and maybe you could have used like a 10 pip stop loss or 8 pip stop loss around there. Then the take profit was the next M30 engulfing sell. So our M30 engulfing sell was this one. That is our roadblock, the first take profit. Then, as I always say, you are supposed to be holding this price to the next zone. So until now, we are still holding this trade, and that is how that trade was taken. And we are now around 4R, and I'll be holding this trade maybe to the next H4 zone, or yeah, or I can exit now because we are inside this H4 zone. We are inside this H4 zone. This is H4 engulfing sell. So this is our H4 zone. So I can just wait for the price, either for the price to create an M30 engulfing sell, or I can still continue holding as I wait for the price to move up. That is how that trade was taken. So number one is identifying your H4 zone. Then number two is looking for the engulfing zones around here, this area here. Then if you see the first M30 engulfing, that is how you can take your first trade, because most of the times these GBP, USD, Euro USD currency pairs, most of the times they will not retrace back to this zone here. like this M30 engulfing buy that has been created here. So you take advantage of using the first entry by using these zones here. So that is how that trade was taken. Thank you and have a good weekend. See you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment. Yeah.